Get ready, because today we are back with another card that deserves your full attention. For international fixtures, 4 different stories, 4 sets of analysis delivered straight with no filler and no wasted time. We have gone through the form, looked at the head-to-head context, studied the tactical setups, and what we have come back with is a card that we are genuinely confident in from top to bottom. International football always carries a different kind of intensity compared to club competition. The stakes feel different, the motivation is different, and the margin for error shrinks considerably when nations are involved. That is the kind of football we are dealing with today, and we are treating every single fixture with the seriousness it deserves. Let us get straight into it. Brazil versus Morocco. If there is one fixture on today's card that is going to capture attention across the football world, it is this one. Brazil are one of the most iconic footballing nations on the planet, a side with a history and a tradition that needs no introduction, and when they are performing close to their best they are genuinely breathtaking to watch. The technical quality throughout their squad, the flair in the final third, the ability to unlock defenses through individual brilliance as much as through collective movement, all of it makes them a nightmare to prepare for and an even bigger nightmare to face on the day. Morocco, though, are not here to make up the numbers. Over the last few years, Moroccan football has undergone a transformation that has been genuinely remarkable to follow. They have become a side that combines African physicality and intensity with a European tactical sophistication, and the result is a team that can compete with anyone on any given day. Their defensive organization in particular has been outstanding, compact, disciplined, difficult to break down, and built on a collective defensive effort that makes them very hard to put away cleanly. This game is not going to be a walkover for Brazil, and anyone expecting an easy night for the 5-time world champions needs to recalibrate. Morocco will make this competitive. They will sit in their shape, they will make Brazil patient, and they will look to exploit any moment of carelessness or complacency from a Brazilian side that occasionally lets its standards slip when the opposition is not at the absolute top level. But Brazil have the individual quality to unlock Morocco when it matters. They have the creativity and the movement to find gaps in even the best organized defensive structures, and when they find those gaps, they tend to be clinical. We see Brazil taking the lead, Morocco finding a way back into the game because they have the attacking quality to threaten at the other end, and then Brazil finding the decisive goal to separate the two sides. 2-1 is the correct score, Brazil taking the win in a game that is closer than many people will have expected going in. Both teams to score is the accompanying market selection, and we are highly confident in that one. Morocco will not come here and get shut out, they have too much going forward for that, but Brazil have just enough quality to come out on top. Brazil to win 2-1, both teams to score yes. Haiti versus Scotland. International football now takes us somewhere less predictable, and this is a fixture that on paper looks like a clear outcome but deserves proper analysis rather than a dismissive wave in Scotland's direction. Haiti are a side that when they are organized and motivated at home, can make life genuinely uncomfortable for visiting teams. The conditions, the crowd, the heat, the unfamiliarity of the environment, all of these factors play a role, and Scotland will need to be mentally ready for a game that could test their patience in the early stages. Scotland are not the most glamorous side in international football, but they are a team with real character. They are hard to beat, they are organized defensively, and they have the kind of collective spirit that tends to show up in fixtures where the conditions are not ideal. They do not always produce scintillating attacking football, but they find ways to win, they find the goal when it matters, and they shut things down effectively when they need to protect a lead. Haiti will look to make this a difficult evening for Scotland. They will be physical, they will be energetic, and they will carry a threat from set pieces and direct play that Scotland will need to handle with concentration and discipline. But the quality gap between these two sides is real, and we think Scotland's defensive solidity and their ability to create and take their opportunity in the final third is going to be the difference. 1-0 is the correct score we are backing. Scotland find a goal, Haiti do not, and Scotland grind out a clean sheet victory in what is likely to be a tight and physical contest. The market selection is Scotland to win, and that is where our confidence sits. Not a flashy game, not a high-scoring game, but a professional performance from Scotland that gets the job done. Scotland win, correct score 0-1. Australia versus Turkey. This fixture has a genuine tactical battle running through the heart of it that makes it one of the more interesting analytical exercises on today's card. Australia have been rebuilding in recent times, developing a generation of players who have come through professional club environments in Europe and Asia, and the result is a side that is more technically capable than Australian international football has sometimes been given credit for. They can play, they have quality in key areas, and at home they carry a real belief that makes them difficult to beat. Turkey are a side with an unpredictability about them that is both their greatest strength and their most persistent weakness. On a good day, Turkey are an exciting, technically gifted team capable of producing football that can surprise anyone. They have creativity in the middle of the park, they have goal threat from various positions, and they have a mentality that means they are never truly out of a game until the final whistle. The way we read this fixture is that Australia will struggle to find the goal their home performance might deserve. Turkey's defensive organisation, when they apply it properly, is capable of keeping things tight, and their threat on the counter is something Australia will need to manage carefully. We see Turkey absorbing pressure, staying disciplined, and finding the decisive moment when Australia are at their most stretched. 1-0 to Turkey is the correct score, the away side taking all 3 points with a goal that comes against the run of play or from a moment of individual quality. The market selection is Turkey win or draw, which gives us the security of the draw if Turkey cannot find the winner, but our primary expectation is that Turkey nick this one and leave with the points. Turkey win or draw, correct score 0-1. Germany vs Curaçao. To close out today's card, we have the fixture with the clearest expected outcome of the four, and that is Germany taking on Curaçao in a match where the quality gap is simply enormous. Germany are one of the most decorated and well-resourced football nations in the world. Their domestic league produces some of the finest players in European football, their tactical setup is always detailed and well-drilled, and when they have a fixture against an opponent they are significantly better than on paper, they tend to approach it with a professional ruthlessness that leads to big scorelines. Curaçao are a nation that has been making genuine progress in terms of Caribbean football. They have developed players who have gone on to play professional football in Europe, and they have shown in recent fixtures that they are not completely without quality. But facing Germany is a different proposition entirely. The speed of play, the pressing intensity, the technical quality across every line of the pitch, all of it is going to be at a level that Curaçao have simply not encountered consistently, and that difference is going to show. Germany will want to use this fixture to express themselves offensively. After a period of rebuilding and finding their identity following some challenging international tournaments, the current generation of German players has an appetite to perform, to score goals, and to remind the world of what Germany at full tilt looks like. Against an opponent like Curaçao, the gloves come off from the first whistle. We are backing Germany to win this one 3-0. A comprehensive clean sheet victory, 3 goals scored with clinical efficiency, and Curaçao unable to find a way through a German defensive line that should barely be tested. The market selection is Germany win and over 2.5 goals, both of which we are extremely confident in. 3 goals in this game is a conservative estimate if anything, but 3-0 as the correct score is the call we are going with. Germany win, over 2.5 goals, correct score 3-0. For fixtures, 4 detailed calls, and a card that we are backing with real confidence across every single selection. Let us run it one final time before we close out. Brazil vs Morocco, back Brazil to win, both teams to score yes, correct score 2-1. Haiti vs Scotland, back Scotland to win, correct score 0-1. Australia vs Turkey, back Turkey win or draw, correct score 0-1. Germany vs Curaçao, back Germany win and over 2.5 goals, correct score 3-0. That is the full card for today. The analysis is done, the calls are on the table, and now the only thing left is for the football to play out and tell us how close we got. International football has a way of producing surprises, of defying expectations and reminding everyone that the game is never as predictable as it sometimes looks on paper. But the work we put into every single card minimizes the element of chance as much as any honest analysis can, and that is all we can ever promise. Now before we close out completely, the shout out today goes deep, and it goes genuine. To every single person who has been part of this journey, who found this show and decided to stay, who kept coming back card after card and trusted the process even on the days when the results did not go the way we called them, this is for you. That loyalty is not something that gets taken for granted here. Not for a single second. Building something in this space takes time. It takes consistency, it takes honesty, and it takes the willingness to hold yourself accountable when the calls do not land rather than quietly moving on and hoping nobody noticed. We have always been willing to do that, because the only way to build something real is to be real about it, and the community around this show has responded to that authenticity in a way that has been genuinely humbling to witness. To the ones who share the content, who bring new people into the community, who recommend this show to fellow football fans who are looking for something that treats them like intelligent adults rather than just another pair of eyes to sell something to, thank you. That organic growth is the most meaningful kind, and every single person who has played a role in it deserves recognition. To the ones who are newer to the show, welcome, and pay attention not just to the selections but to the reasoning. The selections are what they are, they will win some and they will lose some because that is the nature of football, and anyone who tells you different is lying to you. But the reasoning, the framework, the way of thinking about fixtures and finding the angles that are not immediately obvious, that is the part of this show that has genuine long-term value. Use it, apply it, and let it make you a sharper, more informed football follower. Today's games are live. The card is set. Enjoy the football, stay locked in, and we will be back on the other side of results day with full accountability and another card ready to go. This one is for all of you, every single one.